Today we are taking a break from the Great Loop videos for a tour of our new friend's 1989 Viking 63, which is currently on the market. So if you're looking for a 4-stateroom vessel with a huge layout, this could be the boat for you. So we are here at our friends Dave and Laura's in North Myrtle Beach, and
thank you, Dave and Laura, for having us.
Seriously.
It has been awesome being here and getting to know you guys.
They have a boat for sale though, and it's quite unique. It's a 63-foot Viking, 4-stateroom
Beauty.
Just a beast of a boat. And it's for sale, so we figured let's
kick it back to the olden days.
Boat tour video. Share it with you guys for anyone who might be interested.
While the kids are also napping.
The kids are napping, and I get the fun job to go do the tour and see the boat.
Unfortunately, I will not be there for the tour, but I cannot wait to see it myself because I've seen some pictures and it looks super nice.
It's crazy. This thing would be incredible to like take to the Bahamas or...
Ugh.
And just like
imagine sitting all the way up there and being able to look in the water at the Bahamas.
Yeah. Anyway, we're teasing you guys. I'm gonna go run over to the boat right now and show you what it's all about. And can't wait. So Dave puts a lot of pride in his boats. We are docked right next to his main ship, 34. So he downsized, which is why he has this one on the market, because he just doesn't need all of that space anymore. But we got the shirts. LL Lady Laura, pretty cool. I'm excited to see it. He told me it's pretty clean and well taken care of, so yeah, it's gonna be fun. All right, here we are at Lady Laura. This is gonna be the first time I'm stepping aboard too, so I am pretty excited. Okay guys, so Dave and Laura just gave me the quick tour and the run around on the boat. So now it's my turn to take you along for the ride and show you what this 1989 Viking 63 has to offer. It's a 4-stateroom pilot house. Can I even say pilot house? This thing has so much room that, I don't know, it's gonna be incredible. You guys are gonna be quite impressed. Just look at this space. One thing that I really wish I had on my boat is a standing helm. Now you would think it would be nice to sit the entire time underway, but I don't really think that's true because, you know, sitting is not the best thing for you for long periods of time. And it would just be so nice to stand fully straight up and look out the glass to see where you're going and stuff. So I really like that about this. It has twin Detroit diesel motors. They just put a bow thruster in a couple years ago. And you have your big Garmin chart plotter, you have your radar, your VHF, your autopilot, as well as a computer here, so if you need to look anything up, you can do so while you're underway. This probably has more stuff than what I am used to, since I only have one Navigator 4800. I don't have a boat this size, so there's probably some more stuff that I'm overlooking, but you do have all of your controls right here. Your distribution panel for your AC and DC side is right here as well, which is nice because you have all of your controls kind of in one central location. From the pilot house, you have access to the galley here, and there's a nice opening, so it's not a solid wall, which I like because if you want to communicate to folks in the back, you can easily do so, and you don't have to walk around to the opening and kind of holler through the hallway here. So I really like how they have this open, which is one of my favorite parts about our boat as well. Having the open layout, being able to communicate with your folks in the back is really nice, and I'm really happy to see that. Before we go into the galley and the salon, I'm gonna go below deck to the forward cabins. There are 3 forward cabins here, and yeah, you'll be quite impressed. Now, the first thing that I noticed when I walked onto this boat is the headroom. The height in here is incredible. You don't have to worry if you're 6'5" or whatever, you still have plenty of headroom. Going into the captain's quarters to the forward V berth, look how much headroom I have. I am 6'1" and I have about at least a foot, maybe more if I get out the tape measure. I don't know, plenty of room, and there's bunks here, plenty of storage. I mean, this V berth is ginormous. There's hanging lockers pretty much everywhere. Captain's quarters does have its own head as well, and a dividing wall for the shower, and that fully extends out, but quite incredible. I'll put this on the wall here to show you the scale of this thing, the size. How incredible is this? Like, there's so much room. And there's just plenty of space, plenty of people. I love the portholes for natural light. You have access to your anchor chain or anchor rod up there. It's really, really well done. Coming aft, you have 2 additional staterooms. So this one on the port side would be the VIP stateroom, I'd imagine, because it has a queen size bed here. And again, plenty of headroom, plenty of storage. Nice hanging locker here. You got drawers right below this and a drawer below the bed. So plenty of room to put your stuff and belongings. And 2 additional port windows for natural light. And remember, this is a Viking, the manufacturer of the mega luxurious sport fisherman boats. So these boats are very well done. The woodwork is top quality and rock solid. There's no cheaping out on the woodwork or anything on this thing. And this I'm standing in is the guest head, which is again massive. So much room, so much space. And the shower is separate right here. Plenty of room in there as well. Yeah, plenty of room. Quite nice. Lastly, on the starboard side here is, I would say, as a father, this would be my son's room, which is just awesome because there's 2 twin beds right here. I don't know if you would call it a twin bunk, but just a wonderful room for a kid. They could play with their buddy or their brother or sister. They have the TV here, hook up some video games. This would be the ultimate hangout if you're a kid or a teen. I'm thinking going back to my days when I played Halo and stuff. This would be where I would be hanging out, especially on like a rainy day or a nasty day. This is the spot to be. Such a cool room. Plenty of storage again. You have drawers pretty much everywhere. And the nightstand there underneath the mattresses, below the TV here, and you have a hanging locker as well. There's a common theme with this boat. There's just so much room, so much storage. It's really, really incredible. Okay, so going back upstairs now, let's step into the galley. And the first thing I noticed when I walked in here is that there are residential appliances throughout this entire galley. So the fridge is massive, same size that you would see at your house. Nice large dishwasher, full-size microwave. I think this is the trash compactor. And then you also have an oven, which is really nice. We do not have an oven. We have a convection microwave thing, which definitely works, but having a full-size oven is definitely a nicer thing. At least I'm sure Taylor would say that since she is the main cook of the family. But plenty of space, plenty of storage, plenty of cabinetry, and plenty of room to cook a meal, host your guests, whatever. It's really cool. Continuing aft, we are stepping into the salon, or maybe this is the dining quarters, because this boat is so big that you have so much space to have different rooms for different things. This is the original dining table, I believe. You have an entertainment cabinetry, cooler area, ice fridge down here. The spot to entertain is right here. And you have more cabinetry on the side. Okay, back into the salon. Look at this play area. I mean, with my kids, I could take some of these cushions or push them to the side, and I essentially have a mini hockey rink back here, or a soccer court back here. There's so much space. Another thing to call out, this Viking is the wide body model. So the salon goes from beam to beam, and I believe this has like an 17 or 18 foot beam, so super wide, and that's why you have so much space here. They have a large flat screen TV here, plenty of lounging, plenty of space for the couches, plenty of space to move freely. It's really quite nice. I would just imagine Wyatt and Logan just having an absolute field day back here. And then this is one of my favorite parts on the boat when Dave and Laura were giving me the tour. You can step back here onto the back deck, and they made a modification to cut away the original fiberglass wall here, so you have much better visibility. That way you could just sit here on the back and you could see so much, and it's really quite peaceful, just relaxing and watching the water move. One of the best things about owning a boat, in my opinion. So before going up to the fly bridge and the outside of the boat, I want to take you down into the master stateroom as well as the engine room, which is quite impressive. So as you walk down the stairs here, you have your master stateroom forward. You have a right-hand turn or port side to your laundry room as well as your engine room access. But all around you'll see there's cabinetry everywhere, plenty of storage. So much space for all of your supplies, which is great for when you own a boat because you definitely want spares, because when you're out in the middle of nowhere, there's no West Marine or you can't just pull over on the road. You got to fix it right away. So nice to see so much storage and plenty of room for spare parts. Okay, this room is insane. There's so much room here. A full king-size bed, a little couch, 2 nightstands. Right here, there's more hanging lockers, storage for spare parts, or if you want to fill it with clothes, you can do that as well. But man, all his tools here, such a great use of space. Even more behind this one here, yep. This is the file cabinet, all of the records. Dave also has a maintenance log and the original manual for the vessel. So that's great to see, especially when you're buying a boat. You definitely want something from an owner who has records, maintains receipts, has a logbook, because it's just nice to see how the boat was handled and operated, and you can tell whether it was maintained properly or not when you have that information. Even the upholstery is really nice too. I'm pretty sure he redid some upholstery on this boat not too long ago, and it's really sharp. Everything's really clean, but this stateroom is quite incredible. You can see from this pan, there's just hanging lockers, closets everywhere. So much storage. And one thing to note too is the amount of privacy that you have on this boat, right? So even if you're a couple and you have guests on board, your guests are all the way in the forward cabin and you're all the way back here. So your privacy, you know, you're not going to be hearing everyone, which, you know, could be nice for us with kids. We might be able to sleep a little bit easier and a bit delayed when we have to go get our kids when they're screaming for us because one has to go to the bathroom or something. But no, this is just an incredible space. You have your, I guess you would call this kind of like your makeup spot where you could sit and do your makeup over the large mirror. Not really for my speed, but Taylor would probably enjoy that quite well. And now I'm stepping into the master head, which is again huge. So much storage. Look at this. 2 sinks. His and her sinks, a big jacuzzi shower tub. So that's pretty cool. You know, the common theme, massive. Just in case you thought this room lacked storage, my father would have a field day on this because of the storage. He loves storage. So Dad, if you're watching this, this boat might be the one for you. So now moving into one of the coolest rooms on the boat, in my opinion, the engine room. This is the full-size engine room. I can stand completely up, straight up. Don't have to duck my head, which is incredible. And you have such great access to both of these massive Detroit diesel engines. Relatively easy to work on from my understanding, talking with Dave. You can get access to the impellers, the fuel filters, and the oil filters relatively easily. The batteries are below deck here. You have access to the bilge through here. All of your seacocks are below. He's got the Fireboy fire extinguisher system in here, which is very safe. 3 air conditioning units, dual rake cores for each engine. All of your water pumps over there. It looks like he's got 24 volt and 120 volt water pumps, which is nice. A huge water heater. Battery chargers. I think the generator is probably pretty big. Let's see what the generator is here. Northern Lights RX 320K. I'll put a link below with all the details that you can get for engine hours and the size of the generator, the types of Detroit diesels they are. I'm not familiar with Detroit's, so I'm not too knowledgeable in this area, but at least it's clean. You know, that's a pretty big red flag if your engine room is a nightmare. All right, let's step outside here and go up to the fly bridge. But man, that's a nice engine room access. On my next boat, I think I'm gonna want a boat that has a walk-in engine room and that standing room. That would be so clutch. But here we come up to the flybridge now, and wait till you see the visibility from up here. So up here, again, you have all your controls, large Garmin display, your radar, VHF, autopilot. Looks like it does have, it may or may not have stabilizers. All of your controls. 2 captain seats. You have a refrigerator up here, a sink, a nice little hangout. One thing to note is this canvas and this top. You have a hard top, but you have, it's not the isinglass, it's the other material that you can't fold, but it snaps and displays right here, so it's pretty hard. And from my understanding, this is more durable and lasts much longer than isinglass. And the visibility through it is quite clear, so it's in really good shape. So that's a huge added bonus. Yeah, here's the clip in, which is nice. So you can open that up, get a nice little breeze coming through here. But what a great entertaining space. The visibility out here is wonderful. And look, they even have chairs out here to hang. Got the nice magma grill right up here, very clean. And this is a, I'm not sure what length this is, maybe a 12-foot dinghy with a 50 on the back of it. So this crane can handle this with ease. You drop it down and you could zoom on this tender. So that is really, really nice. It's in great condition as well. And that's just a really nice feature. You get to anchor and you could just drop the dinghy and go wherever you need to go. 50 horsepower, man. You can freaking move. And I really do love the hardtop here because you have so much space for solar panels. You can add, I don't know how many 1,000 watts of solar you can put up there, but there's plenty of space, and that would be a really nice feature too, especially if you're going to take this to the Bahamas and anchor out and just enjoy life on the water. In terms of maneuverability up here, I feel very safe. There's so much space and easy to get around, so that's a nice little added feature too. And you also have a little bit wider, I'm going to call it a gunnel, I don't really know what the name would be, but if you wanted to drop the VHF antennas, which are massive by the way, you can easily do so and feel safe doing that. Okay, that's the flybridge here. Now we're going back down and we'll head to the bow and then we will be wrapping up. Hopefully I'm doing just as good as Taylor. Taylor is typically the one in front of the screen here, but with the kids sleeping, she had to be, you know, we had to be mindful of the kids. So now I'm just walking through, back up. I'll go on the starboard side pilot house door here. And here we are. You have access to about midship. And right there is the stairs to get on and off the boat. Right now we have the ladder set up because this slip has a really thin finger pier or dock between the two boats. So he's got both the ladder and the stairs option. He's got hooks for paddle boards too, which is fun. This boat's got to be incredible on anchor, man. It's just a big playground. From my understanding, when Dave and Laura are cruising and they have the autopilot set and they're just on a straight path for a while, they'll come up here and just sit on this nice little seating area up on the bow and just enjoy the view and take it all in, which is pretty cool. In terms of their ground tackle gear, they have a Rockna 55, nice big anchor. The windlass is covered, so I'm not going to lift that up. But I think they probably have a half-inch chain, I would imagine. And they have the foot pedals up here and access to a water hose. You can rinse off your anchor if it's muddy, which is nice. You're not bringing in that mud or muck into your anchor locker. So you also have the 50 amp cable that comes up to the Glendenning right here on the port side. It actually takes two 50 amp cords, so 100 amps total, 250 amps, yep. And yeah, it's nice that it just goes on a little toggle switch. Super easy. I have to lug mine manually in and out every time, and it's a pain in the butt. Those 50 amp cords are quite thick and hard to maneuver, so if you have a nice little Glendenning mechanism to coil it back up, that is a huge win. But overall, man, what do you think? That's it. The Viking 63. Pretty incredible. Pretty incredible.